feeling, can't seem to focus. In the corner of my best friend's sofa, you were getting
Good morning and welcome to Bologna, European Masters Ultimate Championship. I'm Stefan Rapazzo. I'm here with Charlotte Terrasson. Charlotte, how are you? Very quick as this game's getting going, but how you doing?
I'm amazing. Happy to be in Bologna and back in the booth for more commentating this season, ending with EMUC.
Ooh! How'd they get away with that one, Charlotte? We'll get more from her in a second. This one is underway, and the Germans get away with a bobbled hammer. Somehow it lands in the hands of Friendly Fire, but then the next throw goes away, Charlotte.
Too bad, because what a catch. A hand block from Team France, but caught by Germany still.
Maurice comes under and hands off to Zubier. Now it's Guy Clou or Guillaume Place with the disc. Place up to François Zubier. Toreri puts it up line. Zubier again. He's on every second touch right now. Healthy after a ACL repair over a year ago now. Good to see him back on the field. Place gets the speedster, Fenrich, coming around and now back to Place. Fenrich again. Leads into the corner. Maël Maurice is there. And the French on the board with a break first.
And an amazing start for France Open, who just started this Master Championship with a break. What an intensity. They started with a nice block that got caught by Germany. Still very nice action, very nice first point, I think, to start this championship.
Things are just getting underway here.
Yes, I hear myself. Okay.
And it is a big start for the French. As the French get the big break and kick things off with the goal. This French team looks quite is no good like if you really look up and down that roster.
I mean, not only this open French team. It's pretty usual to see a lot of ISNO player in the French national team, and vice versa for the women team, a lot of Yaka players.
I guess that
big houses.
Makes perfect sense, Charlotte. But I guess it's normally a Czech and ISNO combo. This one really, really ISNO heavy this time.
I guess Czech don't have enough
they're not old
players.
No,
yeah, I didn't know how to put that one, but yeah, they're not old.
Not old enough, the Czech team. They either retire early or started too young, and they're still not quite at the age level. Here we go. And Germany starting in their own end. Haas with a disc, and there is a stoppage on the play, a little bump on the mark from Marconi. Vincent Marcon. Et les Français, don't stand in front of the line. Thank you. Haas goes into the middle. He's got a little bit of trouble, but then gets some space. Tang kicks one out into space. And then the continuation, dump back. Klein finds the corner, toe down. That's Bomista with the goal for the Germans.
After a first attempt of tiptoeing this disc to stay in bounds, it needed a second throw, much more inbounds, and Germany put a first score on the scoreboard. What a game. We just talked with a French team telling us that last time, 4 years ago, they got the silver medal in open division. This year, obviously, they would like to get silver or even better, but you never know how it's going. It is a way newer, fresher roster, apparently. About 70% of this team has changed since 4 years ago. A lot of masters, and compared to the great grandmasters that are still on the team or grandmasters, so they don't know. They will go game by game, but for sure, if a medal is possible, they will fight for that.
Fighting for the medal, looking for that podium. That's why they're here. But the French are here for much of the same as they get their O-line on the field for the first time. Great catch there by Kalmels. It was behind, and then the continuation goes to goal. It's Emmanuel Guibault who cashes in for the French. That O-line looked pretty good. They did walk it up the far sideline in the very end, but not many high stall counts even. They were big, straight into that end zone, Charlotte.
That was pretty fast play, indeed, Steph. A lot of pressure by Germans, though. We've seen some fights for the disc, very tight catches, but still France kept possession until they reached their end zone and got their clean hold for the first offensive possession of France.
So this French team, we said, yeah, looks very ISNO-like. It's a team in this division that, I mean, stands out. There's probably 2 or 3 that at the start of the tournament you might say, okay, these are true medal contenders. I think the Germans say they would like to. You play their way in. If they play really well and have a chance, that's great. But I think the French and GB are probably the rosters that look the tidiest coming out the gates. But as said, with a lot of ISNO guys on this line who've got that World Club experience, also a lot of ex-French national team players. Missing one, but we see him in the comments, Nasser Mbevogel on this roster, but deciding to just play in the chats today. Germans. Tang goes deep, and there's some separation, but careful. They're trying to throw past Fenriche. They do this time. It's not always the easiest task, but they get that one through.
I mean, you never know with Fenrich, with his track and field skills. He's really good at sprinting. Never know where he could reach.
Yeah, I wouldn't test him for speed. We saw him, of course, in Limerick. And what he did there, not only did he play well, he was on a team that that won the championship, and a big mixed championship for the French there, of course. And now he's going to try and back it up, see if he can get himself a double gold in one season. Of course, this championship, the EMUC, like EUC, happens once every 4 years. Last time 4 years ago, 2019. Would have happened in Madrid. And now here we are in sunny Bologna. And O-line back out. Lenard to Ooh. Ooh waits for the spin around and gets Nguyen. Quavu gets another under there. Carayol. And a couple of rounds. Calmels. Ooh, gets Becker. He's gone deep. It's a nice shot. Tessier can't get there. I thought it was nice, but it just a little too far in front. Gwen Tessier's got the white shirt nice and dirty, nice and early.
It's morning, fresh grass. It's the time for layouts before you will just get stuck on this ground. I also thought that was a really nice put and would just fly and get in number 61's shirt's hand. We got the name Sun Tessier. However, just a bit too far for him.
See if the Germans can break. 2 throws in, they look good. There's the big under. Pearson goes deep, and that one is well read. René Hess, and the Germans break back after the French can't connect. They miss by a hair, but that's enough. So 2 apiece.
And here's the break for Germany to tie up the score, catch up this first break they got at the beginning of the game, letting nothing down, reminding that it is a European Championship, high level, and everything can happen. You never know how the game is going to end.
So the Germans put it back on serve. 3-2 is the score. 1 break apiece. French opened up with a break, but the Germans get it straight back. Hey, can you guys at halftime send somebody over? Your roster's a little effed up. Yeah, there's a lot of numbers that we don't have names for. So if one person can come visit at halftime, that'd be great. Fenrich goes under and takes Calmels. Ooh, nice around throw, Calmels. Nguyen. Big underneath. Charging into the disc is Guibault. Becker Chagnot. He holds on to the deep shot this time. It was probably there again, to be very honest, but then goes wide and around and too far. Another turnover out of the hands of Eric Becker Chagnot.
That was an interesting throw. I think Germany is putting a lot of pressure on this round. We've seen that very wide and angled around on the first dump pass.
And the quick conversion. Look out, the Germans mean business. That's a throw by Arne Reusch. And Germany cashing in the goal there by Grauter.
Reusch to Grüter. And this is another break for Germany. 4-2, catching up, but also taking more advantage. They put some coal in the brake train maybe, trying to start machines.
So some of you in the chat's looking to find the GB versus Spain game. Get on to the EUF Instagram account and check their link in bio. Everything should be there to lead you to what you are looking for. Timeout called by the French. We're going to take a quick break too, and we'll be right back after these short words. We live in a world where everything can be referenced online. Imagine if the greatest moments in our sport were never filmed.
Eurodisc continues to do what it takes to make free-to-watch live streams a reality. Let's leave nothing to the imagination. We'll consume the action live, and we'll support those that helped to make it happen. If it wasn't streamed, it didn't happen. Eurodisc.
What a grab!
Oh my God!
Somehow they do it!
There are so many reasons to outfit your team in Force beyond just looking the part of a champion. Force offers professional design services with their dedicated graphics team. All apparel is produced in France. Force works with a local labour team and their raw materials are sourced in Europe. Force insists on transparency with no hidden fees and international express shipping. Look the part and play the part with Force Sportswear.
We live in a world where everything can be referenced online. Imagine if the greatest moments in our sport were never filmed. Eurodisc.
Here we are back in France again with the offensive possession.
Let's see if they can tidy things up. A couple of sloppy ones there, a couple of turnovers that unexpected Marcon gets the first under, and Michon with the disc. Under to the big man, Bredard. And then Menendez. On the sideline, goes around to Defray, as he's known. Bredard. And Marcon gets two hands on that one. And a pick called on the field.
First goal of the game. First stoppage we have.
Tidy start. There he is. Marconi, as he's known, but it is Marcon. Up line to Bredard. And then he goes around the lefty to GS Guilou. Guilou inside to Bredard. Amado had a nice cut, but good help defense by Kirklow for the Germans. Oh, and Amado bails him out there. That one could easily have been D'd, but Juan Amado, the captain, takes things into his own hands quite literally and steals that and makes it count for a goal.
That was a very tight one. I also think German player could have gotten there, but this is a nice way to avoid contact. No need to break yourself at the beginning of the championship. That would have been dangerous play, I think, or very difficult to keep it clean.
How close was
Howard,
that defensive effort?
Very good look. A tiny bit earlier, and the German defense could have gotten there. However, they're still good. 2 points ahead. I mean, for now 1, but starting on offense. They don't need this extra defense or extra risk right now.
Just stick to the simple stuff, huh, Charlotte?
Exactly. Even though you like to have more
Yeah, give us-
advantage, it's always more comfortable. And Brick. Gold.
Brick,
Brick
pull
was
out of
gold.
bounds. Every time you see a German which has a number. Yeah. And Germans underway. Wide open is the under by Volmar. Deep shot! And just out of the hands of Kluwer. And now France will pick up with a break chance of their own. It's been a little while since they had a break chance. Gave up 2 in a row to the Germans. And find themselves playing from behind. Zubir. Toreri back up the line to Zubir. Zubir gets a nice gainer to Fenrich. Had all sorts of space, turns back to Zubir. Now Plas. Plas shoots, still not in. The French churning. Duno. And there has been, I don't know, a travel? Yes.
Travel
Charlotte
called.
giving me the disco dance hand signals.
Even though I could be just talking, because I also have a mic and can explain you that a travel was called. But I don't want to block that sweet voice of Steph.
Well, then I'll keep talking. Plas with the disc. Guy Clou, as he's known, puts a high one to Toreri. Back to Plas. Around goes the captain. Now shot, not quite in, or was it? Great footwork there by the Frenchman, Zachary Al. And France break, tie things up at 4, and keep a D-line on the field.
What a nice dance move, I'd say. That's not even tiptoeing. This is dancing or gymnastic. I don't know.
They could have easily waited and just made the catch and had one more throw, but look at, make sure that toe gets down, not only inbounds, but in the goal line. You see the French supporters in the shot there with their prams and children staying safe distance away, but cheering on that goal.
We were talking about the advantage and risks taken and all before. Well, I think that this offense from Germany was exactly what they should try to avoid doing, because yes, you have the advantage, but you don't have such a big advantage, and would like maybe to keep things calm and secure your scores. Because now France is 4-4. You see how hungry they are for another break.
And, you know, you talk at the beginning, like, yes, this French roster very good, GB roster very good, but this is the time for, you know, to get a win against teams like this. Masters, they don't have a club season. They play a little bit less together. They have training camps. But this is really them getting their first real competition. If there's ever a time to knock off a top contender, it's first game of a tournament.
Yeah, I think it's very interesting because we get surprised. We don't know what to expect. We haven't seen these teams that much this season.
Deep shot goes up. Big body, not to be denied. Florian Tang, one throw offense. Haas to Tang for the goal. Germans do it quick.
One throw, one score. This is Deutsche Qualität.
Yeah, does that mean something about German efficiency?
It's German quality.
Ah, German
it's,
quality.
It's a brand of car that says Deutsche Qualität.
Ah, BMW?
I don't remember if it's
Okay.
Opel. No, Opel is Das Auto.
Okay.
BMW, no, maybe Volkswagen.
Let us know in the chats.
I want Das Auto. Yeah, German organization, everything clean and nice.
Bouilly in the chats. Let's go, Charlotte. She's working hard out there. I mean, in here in the booth.
Trying to get back on
Well,
track for commentating, not
Yeah, we're
not
happy
in the
to
floor
have
playing.
we're happy to have lost Charlotte because it means she's playing again. So we're happy for her, but we're also very happy that she's not old and can come back into the booth for this Masters division,
I'm glad not to be old
because
too.
you would be playing every tournament available as she's been doing all season otherwise. So
Everywhere.
the O-line for France back on the field after the quick German score. Quavu Nguyen, one of two brothers on the team. Quaviet Nguyen, the other. Nguyen turns and finds Kevin Wu. Wu wobbles one, but Becker Chagnot collects. Nowhere to go but backwards for a moment, and so they go there. Carayol to Nguyen. Ooh, dangerous, but a good save by Guibault. Nguyen Tessier to Becker, Chagnot. And that one, ooh, a great handy catch by Tessier, and then Becker Chagnot quickly up the line. They've got a step, this French O-line. They're very speedy right now, but what I will say is these Germans are bigger bodies. And Yuen widen around, and that should do it. Becker Chagnot clenches the fist and puts it up in a little bit of celebration. The O-line had to work for that one, and work they did. Couple speculators, but they put one in. 5 apiece. Early days here.
We've seen in previous points, but Germany is really close to each of these discs. That was very dangerous. So many times they could have gotten that one. Just a little step more or layout would have made the difference in the defense. But apparently French players really calculated each millimeter of every pass, keeping that possession to the end zone. Fast flow, beautiful offense. And a tied score of 5-5 for this first game. Really enjoying to have a tight game so far for the first game of the EMUC.
European Championship. 3 divisions here, but really 5. We'll explain that as the weekend goes on. A great job done by Felix Nemec to put the bracket together. That one just into the hands of Klein. Klein pumps it and puts it back to Haas. Haas gets a toe drag to keep it in by Vollmer. Far sideline. And then the under comes. Tang picks up meters. And floats one up all sorts of time. 2 receivers there, in fact, as Klein winds up. You hear the French defense make their calls to switch into a match, but it's too late as the Germans score again. Christian Lenz with the goal, and Germany looking very good on their offensive possessions.
I mean, both teams are looking pretty good. We've seen a bit of... The only mistakes were immediately punished with break, but for the rest, excellent flow.
Yep. Great work here. It's nice to see a game, an opening game of the tournament, as you just said, Charlotte, but starting off with a nice even level here, a little back and forth game. Nobody's pulling away. I saw starting the game with a break for the French. You kind of thought, uh-oh, this could get ugly, but boy, did the Germans respond with a couple holds and then a couple breaks of their own. So they're in the driver's seat, so to speak, right now. Everything's on serve, but the Germans started on O.
I mean, yeah, but as you said, it's first game. You have to warm up. You have to get those connections. Since they didn't have much preparation tournaments, you have to revive these connections, as Germany told us. They used to play together, juniors in the past, so they all know each other and played a lot together in national teams, but just missed each other for a little bit and have to recreate these connections now. But I think we will be delighted later, already now, but also later in this championship with these connections from the past.
And deep shot right away, Becker Chagnot. Oh, he was about to put out full airplane arms, and I think he thought better of it, saying, hey, I've had a couple errors today, I better just make this one count. But he does put the airplane arms away, cashes in the goal, but he did put on the Jets there. He got a full couple steps of separation, and nice goal there for the French.
Definitely better be safe than sorry. Keep these arms focused on the disc. But what a one-throw goal. So apparently, France can do it too. We've seen Germany do it. That one-shot goal, look at that. And now France for these two. You know you're on stream. You know you want to give some show. Make us happy. Give us some show. Started pretty well with that hammer block and then caught behind. Really like that. If you missed it, first point of this game.
So big thanks to Milan doing the job from home this time. We miss him, but we're happy to have him there, helping out with the links for the video stream, if that's what you're after. But I mean, why would you be after anything else but a game like this? 6 apiece right now. And Sam Murphy, the favorites in this division. Yes, I think it's going to be GB and France. As the French get a turn there, and Guilou picks up, goes straight to Amado. He gets told his pivot foot is in the right place, and now the big lefty. Bredard, up and around. Guilou hangs on. He wanted to see if he could milk it into the end zone. Couldn't. So he's in the corner, and Nguyen with the goal that is Quaviet Nguyen. And France with the big break. Great work. Benji, no sign of Chopo? At halftime, I'll send him a message if he's not here. And there's another look now at the goal.
Nice patience from Guilou, who didn't throw the first option. Pretty tight window for that one, and waited to have a good option with Nguyen for that nicely put lefty backhand.
Nice indeed. That is a break back. That's a lead taker for the French. So 7-6. French up 3 breaks to 2. Getting close to that halftime. Haas goes around, gets Klein. Then Volmer goes all the way around, keeps it inbounds. Klein. And the French have a zone defense look out here right now. Looks like a 2-3-2. A defense I've seen work well before. Tang. Back into the middle. Haas.
Ooh, nice hammer to get out of this trap situation, reaching the other side of the field.
And bouncing it one way, one side to the other, back in the hands of Haas. Good defensive pressure, probably the best defensive pressure we've seen by either team all game so far. Really making the Germans work, and then they just bomb it out. Can they get away with it? Help is coming, and help not even necessary. Great take there to steal the disc away for the French. It was Duno with the steal. Now the under comes. Al goes back to Duno, and now Zuber and Fenrich. Torrery shoots for goal, but too far in front. And that gets away from Zachary L. As the French, just a little over ambitious to finish that one off, was Torrery. Here's
And
the D.
We have another look on the defense. I think that was a really good job from the zone of France, and let's see if they're going to put it back on, because they really managed to get them stuck, get the disc stuck in the hander space. However, there seems to be something called maybe on the throw or before. There was a travel. Thank you, Benji, for letting us know what's going on the field. So travel called, and this goes back because it was more than 2 passes. So
Yeah, I guess that means somebody would have stopped or, you know, not provided an option because they heard the pick. Pretty beneficial the way this foul or this call falls for the French to get the disc back after throwing it too far for the goal.
How convenient.
It is quite convenient. I don't know if the combination between Toreri and Al. Did that pick or travel affect them? Who knows? It's a play on anyways. Fenrich with the disc. Back to Place. Zubir goes down. Tangling up with Tang. Foul called.
Tried to cut, and German defender didn't want to let him pass, and I think that was just a bit too much hugging.
So the foul was called by the defender there.
It all depends on how they agreed to touch each other from the beginning of the game, I guess.
Well, this is it. I mean, start of the tournament, still first half, feeling each other out, seeing what contact they can get away with. Francois Zubir doesn't mind a little contact, we'll say that. Wide and around is Place to Toreri. Toreri to Zubir, and he's clear the line, and he gives a little hard spike, and Place asks him to just calme-toi, Francois.
Tout doux, Zubir. Nice. So yeah, we're talking. The defense from France was very efficient here, getting that disc stuck in the handler space. And the moment Germany really tried to get out of it with the hook, the defense was also there. We had excuse me for the name. Who was on this? Dunon for the defense. Exactly what you're expecting from a zone. I mean, there's no wind here. We see in Germany throw these fancy hammers and skewers to get out, but I think they could have done more fancier games, especially, I mean, Master. That is what you're expecting to see, a lot of technique and amazing control on the throws.
Yeah, let's see if they can pull those out in the second half. It is halftime. We're going to take a short break here and be back with more second half action.
We are a group of ultimate players, coaches and video enthusiasts. We've worked with the major federations and the greatest events.
We're on a mission to make Ultimate huge. We want our videos and live streams to be free to watch.
We want to make stories that not only reach you,
but also reach people outside the Ultimate community.
Like and subscribe, ULTI.TV, the best in the world.
Become a member and
fund
fund
our
our
work to cover more events in the future and to bring more stories and live coverage to the eyes of the Ultimate world and beyond.
Wait. Isn't this for the other apparel? We've got like new stuff, right? Bring it, bring it in. Feast your eyes on the new fan version of our iconic ULTI.TV sweatshirts. Great fan gear available for you. Check out our new range of colors and insist on staying warm and looking fresh. Shipping is available after EUCF. Get your fan gear and be one of us.
We are a group of ultimate players, coaches and video enthusiasts. We've worked with the major federations and the greatest events.
We're on a mission to make Ultimate huge. We want our videos and live streams to be free to watch.
We want to make stories that not only reach you,
but also reach people outside the Ultimate community.
Like and subscribe, ULTI.TV, the best in the world.
Become a member and
fund our work to cover more events in the future and to bring more stories and live coverage to the eyes of the
So halftime has expired here. The French finish up the first half with a string of 2 breaks and 3 in a row. and will receive right now. So a very balanced start of this game. The French woke up right at the end of the first half and started getting their D-line to click. And that pull goes out of bounds. Kwavu Nguyen will pick it up to bring it to the brick mark.
One of the brothers, apparently, we've been told.
I didn't know Quav had a younger brother that plays as well. Playing out of Rennes, Mr. Freeze. But here's Becker Chagnot. He goes around into the backfield and goes with Carayol. Now a leading throw to Gwenou Tessier, who has a chat to his defender as they keep moving. Becker Chagnot, oh, and the defense did just enough. Didn't quite knock it away, but kind of put a bit of fear into Calmel. Now deep the other way. It's hanging and fading away. Becker got in front and made a huge play to take it back because the bigger receiver was Zimmerman behind. Great play by Becker Chagnot.
What a defense, what a redemption for that previous throw. Nice read and boxing out. Jumping backward is a hard task. Really well executed by Becker Chagnot.
Calmels. Push pass forward to Nguyen. Now, makes sure his feet were in. Nguyen goes wide. Calmel. The two of them play back and forth, and then comes scorching through into the middle. Calmels, Tessier. Gwenou Tessier inside Becker Chagnot. And a block there, and Becker Chagnot is saying the door was closed as a result of a foul. So foul called, and it's accepted.
German defense a bit too ambitious, too excited to get that block. You know that it's a tight moment, like very a stressful moment in front of the end zone. That last pass you absolutely want to throw. Waiting for that little mistake, little rush.
Back in Chagnot. Becker Chagnot goes hammer, and it's picked up just before the turf. Bruno Calmels with the catch, the 44-year-old out of Bordeaux.
I mean, defense was so close. Reich tried to jump to get a hand on this. Blind defense is not something you can do every day, all day. Could have happened. Would have been cool.
Well, he got his own D back. He had led it a little bit too far for, I think it was Carayol or Calmels when they turned it over. And you always play your best defense when you're personally responsible for the turnover. Isn't that true as an O-line player? There's another look at the goal. Calmels. Playing experience with is no good, no surprise. And of course, being from Bordeaux with the club 33 tours, or 33 tours.
33 tours.
But we have
33
to
tours.
33 tours.
Sounds nice, but
But sounds very different, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Guilou with the pull.
You know that 33 tours is the name of the vinyl. Vinyl.
The
vinyl.
vineyard.
The disc, the big old discs.
Ah, the vinyl.
Music.
Ah,
Vinyl.
33-inch record.
Yeah. I know in French we say
Or
33
33
tours.
centimeter.
Yes.
Probably not in inches. And big shot goes deep, hanging towards the sideline. And too much shape on that one. It goes away, and the French will have yet another chance to break.
Ambition, but a bit too much of a mis-execution on the German side for these Hawks. We've seen few ones working, but the ratio is not positive.
And we're back in. And Yuen goes back to Marcon and just keeps it in. Now Nguyen shoots deep. Intended receiver is chasing. It's Michon, but knocked away by Tang. And there is a foul called that they're going to discuss.
Maybe contact before the jump.
I mean, he contacted him, but he cleanly knocked the disc away. The follow-through looked like his hand landed on his shoulder, but my perspective said the defense was clean.
Yeah.
And then does that contact didn't prevent his jump. I think
that might be the call. Yes, preventing the jump. However, let's see what the German players say.
So continued discussion. It's foul and contest. Not exactly the way I saw it, but I'm not the one out there making the calls. Feeling, sometimes it is a hand on the back. Sometimes it is a little lean in as they go up that prevents you from going up.
I gotta say the release from Nguyen was pretty interesting because he recharged and had a pause before throwing that hug. If he does it again, look at his forehand. That was interesting.
He's under the microscope now, but of course just goes back to Marcon and Nguyen. Oh, nice around throw to Guilou. The deep cut was generated well, but not thrown to now Amado. Amado to Bredard. Oh, Bredard winds up and does put it after a little bit of thought, and it's a good decision because Guilou is wide open for the goal. Another break. That is 5 in a row for the French. 2 holds and 3 breaks, crossing halftime in those 5.
I mean, Guilou was really free on this one. I saw a white dot on the field, completely alone. I mean, look, the hesitation for the throw and still could make it before defense had a chance to get there. Beautiful timing and cut by Guilou. Completely free in the end zone. That was another break. 6-10. France really taking that advantage. And I guess Germany called a timeout. I mean, you better get back on track and in the game.
So timeout called. I'm just catching up in the chat here. There's been some interesting chat. As always, we will talk about that as we're back. For now, we'll take a quick break and be back after this timeout.
He's in a great spot. He's in a perfect spot. Yes, his massive head has blocked everything. That was a huge play, but we have seen none of it. Finney, he's done it. Come on, Brad.
Always on the move? You can keep up to date with ULTI.TV on all of our social media channels. Like, follow, subscribe, share us with a friend, or send us a message just to say hey. Thank you for supporting us in our mission to grow Ultimate everywhere.
We are back. 10-6. 6-6 feels like a long time ago, Charlotte. It was a nice run while it lasted. Nice bit of trading to start with trading breaks. But the French have really stamped their dominance on this last portion of the game.
Well, they did for sure put more coal on this break train than Germany. And starting the second half with offense is also pretty nice when you're already leading.
Ooh, deep shot gets smacked away right in the middle by Toreri. He is the brick wall in the middle, and he gets it back from Place. Now Fenrich. Fenrich, I always want to say the decathlete, but he has just turned into such a well-rounded, all-around ultimate player who happens to be fast and have a other sport that he came from. But, you know, I always say it with him, the decathlete, the speedster. This guy is an ultimate player. He's 6 years now only 6 years in the sport, but boy, has he turned into an all-arounder who just happens to have top speed levels that will absolutely destroy you.
I said track and field, but it's decathlon he actually does. One of the rare person I've ever seen do that.
Yeah, I mean, it is a discipline of track and field, so it is part of all track and field. But yes, one of the all-around disciplines.
Don't underestimate him. That's what I want to say.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, this is everything, not just the running part.
Run, jump, throw. He does it all. And I really do say, I'm saying this because his ultimate game is very much like that as well. He, you know, has played O-line. He can play D-line. He can do anything. He can throw arounds. And he can cut into the dump space as he's just done there. Fenrich to Maurice. Straight back to Fenrich. Maël Maurice puts two hands on it. Maurice to Place, and he does a little pirouette in the air there, and he's already accepted that it's a goal. He's flipped the disc away, but they are still discussing it. And he picks the disc back up. In some disgust, you can see him blowing his cheeks out in a very French way, the old...
I mean, I get the goal. That was really close to the line. I mean, with another look at it, it does seem kind of in to me, but...
And we get
let the players discuss it on the field.
Yeah, let's see what they... one more look here. Yeah, like his fingers went down, but after. I thought he was on the other side of the tape. That is not the perfect angle, of course, but it you know, you would see the tape move a lot more if he stepped right on it. Thanks to Michel Rochette in the chats telling us a bit more about the Tour 33, not centimeters or inches, RPM, rotations per minute. And that is tour par minute. Rotations are the tours par minute in French, hence 33 tours. Thank you for keeping us all caught up. Now, Zubir to Maurice to Toreri. Back to center, Place. Inside, he looked for it, but the potential foot block came up and took it away. Now Zubir gets it. Nice throw around by Place to get there. Place looks upfield. Right through the guts, and Maurice casually chucks it over his shoulder and then gives us the big uppercut fist punch. So 10-6 now. 11 make it. 11-6. France really stretching this lead open.
I mean, they really imposed themselves during this game now after this 6-6 tied score. And what an offense. I really enjoyed watching this one. Look at the motion between handlers, giving and going, never stopping, trying to keep that disc flow. Even though it's just a pass to go back to where the throw initially went from, they would throw it if it's to keep the disc moving, especially with the poachers from Germany. They were trying at some point here to push the handlers to try to avoid them gaining meters. But in the end, they just keep swinging. They swung and looked for an opening, and another score again for France, 11-6. Well,
pulling away. Maël Maurice, the goal scorer there, of course, one of the conditioning coaches for almost every French team now after the World Games and the mixed version in Limerick. Here scoring goals. Kirklow goes back and forth as the Germans hit things out. Pearson. Kirklow winds up, sends deep. Hartman on the chase. Bredard behind him. And neither able to get to the corner. Bredard just about won the foot race, almost had his way around. And that man, never afraid to lay out. Be careful if he gets close because his hip-high layouts, sometimes shoulder-high layouts, are a thing of beauty.
Oh, I wish to see one before the end of this game. Come on. We'll have all the streaming of these teams for sure, but
we get Luca Bouchon in the chats calling out Guy Clou, the super vilain. Nguyen, Quaviet to Amado. Big cut generated, good defense on it, but well handled there by Michon. Now put deep. Nguyen, but Kirklow gets a hand on it and knocks it away just in the nick of time. Kirklow goes back. Pearson with the disc. Kirklow again. Pearson. And a little bit of a bang up in the middle, but Reich comes away with it for the Germans. Pearson to Kirklow. Wind up again by Kirklow. Different target this time. He's seeking Schotten, but it could be out of bounds. Amado does a good job boxing out to make sure there is no chance at it. And there is the French support team bringing the disc into play. Nice Guns N' Roses shirt.
on the sideline, the mother also boxed out pretty well to make sure she's between the disc and her baby.
This is the better half of Benji Fenrich. Shot deep, hanging up. Amado tries to box out, and everybody comes to knock that one away. Schotten, I think, did the finishing touches there.
I like when games start to look more like ping pong. People just playing. Oh my God! That's what you were talking about?
Did I mention that just about a second ago that guy will do that, and he just went and did it. Guilou with the disc. Inside throw, centering to Marcon, finds just enough space to go to Amado. And wow, what a bid by Bredard to set that one up. Another break. We avoid Slurpee time because it's 12-6 instead.
How sad.
Yes, it is.
But not for France, who are definitely taking the lead. I mean, 12-6, double points.
And that's 6 in a row. It was 6-6. So to be doubled up at 12-6 when it was once 6-6, it tells you how slippery the slope has gotten for the Germans. They're having a tough time finding any footing for their O-line. A couple calls have gone the way of the French, but not worth 6 points worth. And now it is just a big old French lead. They're going to flex their muscles. This one looks like it's just a matter of time till it's over. Can the Germans find a spark to change things? It wouldn't seem the case, but they would need one heck of a spark to change the momentum right now.
That would be heck of a comeback. I mean, France is pretty comfortable now, but still have to finish this game. If they want to take the win, it's still 3 points to score, but they did put the effort at the beginning of the game to feel really comfortable now. I mean, look at this score difference.
And the Germans, let's see if they can tidy it up this time. Ebner goes back. Haas bounce it to the sideline, then it's sent up. Ebner there. Great catch. And they needed that one. Great defense as well by Fenrich. But Ebner puts up the 6 shooters. Sticky hands there. We got to check them for stick 'em.
Is that how they should have played from the beginning to get scores? I mean, if the answer was a play like that, we wish we saw that earlier.
Yeah, Chuck Blades to Ebner, the new offensive strategy for Germany after this one. Wow, great. That is good defense. You see Fenrich, wow, geez, I couldn't do anything else.
Yeah, he was pretty well placed, and just display, like, you have to have your hand put exactly in the right spot the disc is arriving. Just Reich did it better this time and finally put a score for Germany on this second half. 12-7, just after the Slurpee time.
Pull from Germany, and the French O-line back on the field. Ooh, collects and goes to Quavu Nguyen. Ooh. Goes to the sideline there and has Nguyen again. Leonard. And ooh, the 3 handlers working around the German zone that's been deployed. Kevin Ooh. And there is all the space they need. Karl Merls walks it in. A little bit of a long jump to finish it off. Make it 13-7. French O-line a little bit patient, but never really troubled by the German zone there. Again, a completely still morning today. There is 0 wind. There is 0 anything. I mean, it's not even too sunny. It's a little bit overcast. It is pleasant. This is it's almost indoor conditions.
Yeah, but I mean, still the zone defense from France did work pretty well on Germany.
8-29.
However, this zone just got wrecked, smashed, destroyed by France flow. I mean, they kept that same flow we saw before, even against that German zone defense. Really beautiful offense, just finding the holes, the swings, everything needed to keep the disc moving and gets to the end zone in no time. That was a super fast point for a zone defense.
Karl Merls again there with the goal. Nice stat line already for him. 2 goals and an assist in this game. Germans now looking at a French zone attack or zone defense. That one into the hands of Haas. He goes deep. And it did actually get over Michon. He didn't read it perfectly, but I think the intended receiver, Kluwer, assumed that it was going to get knocked away by Michon and had himself stuck by the time it did actually get to him.
Always be ready, whatever happens. Always think about catching the disc. If it's steeped, if anything happens.
Nguyen to Amado now. The airplane himself. Bredard Airlines. Goes back inside. Nguyen leads, but too far in front for Guilou, and they've given it back to Germany.
I saw some on the sideline. I saw some charging, how do you say, preparing a hammer on the disc. I don't know if you saw that one, but I really thought the hammer was going to fly to the end zone.
He was winding up a hammer.
Winding up.
Well, I mean, one way of putting it. Winding up, getting it ready.
Charging.
Yeah.
Reloading.
Exactly. Loading up a hammer. I like that. So again, in the hands of Haas, he has not been shy to throw bombs. He's had an unfortunate trio of turnovers because of it, but the Germans need something, and he's in the position behind the disc in hand with frequency, and he is
What just happened?
paying for it. It kind of just, I'm not sure there was a hand block there or just a straight throwaway. I think there was a little bit of a hand on that. Guy
Here.
Hammer, and Bredard keeps his toe down. He's having a great game, a great second half particularly, is Fred Bredard, or Defray, as he's known.
Here it is, the hammer. We're talking about loading hammers. And finally, Guillot served it. A bit bladey, but we like it bladey as well. Flat blade, whatever, as long as it's upside. Look at this. I want to say a bit clumsy pivot and stability, but what works, works. And this is another score, another break, 14-7 for France. What a game, what a starting of championship for France. Well, they're showing us that they do have material needed to go back to this medal they won 4 years ago, silver medal, but who knows what kind of medal could come, medals at all or not. We will see. Stay tuned to know what is going to happen. However, game is still not over here. 1 point away from victory for France.
So Germany trying to extend the game if they can here. Otherwise, it's over. Deep shot again from Haas. Ebner's there, and they do take it. They do extend it. France will have to put their O-line back on the field. A goal for the Germans there. Nice throw, Haas. If thrower's got to throw, shooter's got to shoot. And he, even though he's had a few turnovers by chucking the deeps, he sticks with it. And this time gets away with one to Ebner.
Again, Reich with the nice catch. He was also the previous player catching the blade throw. I guess that's also why Haas doesn't hesitate to throw to him. I mean, Haas hasn't been hesitating to throw at all, and we like having these deep shots. However, as we were saying, not working that often, but when they're working, they're very beautifully working.
It's actually, that's not right. It was Ebner who caught it. Doesn't matter. He's yeah, it's. Don't worry. So France with their O-line on the field, a legitimate game point now. Receiving, Tessier kicks the pull and almost kicks it too far for Nguyen. And Hartman says, "Hey, put that back. You can't. We're not playing football out here. You can't kick that forward." Nguyen taps it in to Becker-Chagnot. Nguyen. Becker-Chagnot, and the handler is happy to move it around, or are they happy? Carayol
wants to bring some more suspense in the game.
Tessier, and the German zone is slowing the French down just enough, but they keep finding available options. Leonard looks under that blade, and now Chagnot chisels up the field. The 1-2 action before that one sent from Calmels. It hangs and it gets away. Is there a foul call there? There is.
Yeah, there was some pushing, bumping into each other.
Here's another look. He went in front there, did Guibault, and then got ran into his back, but he ran right in front of a charging player. Here's one more look. So he takes position, then tries to stop. And he really, he ran himself off the line. I'm not sure I agree with that, personally. I think he's got a case, but he ran into contact there while not reading the disc. I don't like that.
Okay,
foul
I
call.
see the point you're making. Yeah, it's true that he was also trying to box out defense before even heading to the disc that was flying away. So if you're too hungry for boxing out, then it's, as we say in German, selber schuld.
Selber schuld.
You better not like focus on your goal before trying to put the other one away. I mean, it's the boxing out. It's the risk
But
you take when you want to box out someone. It's like, is it better to take them out of the game or make sure you're on the disc?
That's it. I mean, right there, the priority was put on boxing out, and if the priority would have just stayed on reading the disc, I think he would have had a much better chance to catch. I like that he has retracted that foul. Good spirit there. And it will be a German disc. They will have a chance to break on this point. Continued conversation. And Germany bring the disc to the line. Zimmerman gets it into Groter. Hartmann now looks upfield. One of the coaches from German mixed at EUC. Florian Gruter gets the disc, and we get a little stoppage. The 32-year-olds out of Munster. Hartmann, but it's too far, and now the French can put the final nail in the coffin. But Carayol has nothing to throw to. Sorry, that's Calmels. No, it was Carayol. Now Tessier comes under. Tessier, the Isno player who has moved on, and there's a foul. He's a Seskidistas now. Foul called, but it's completed, so negated. Play on. Leonard has two hands on that disc. Throws the hammer, and it's low, but gets a play. Rico Becker-Chagnot lays out to pick up the game-winning goal. And France take an opening round win, 15-8, Charlotte.
And what a way to end this game with a hammer too low, but layout from Becker-Chagnot to save that one. Amazing game by France, who really had an amazing flow, fighting for these defenses and making less mistakes than Germany, I guess.
We should do an interview. Rico or Fred? Let's get Rico. Rico! So, great game. Big win by the French. We're going to see if we can get ourselves a post-game interview here. And I think we've got Mr. Becker-Chagnot. He'll jump into Charlotte's headset.
Thank you, Charlotte.
Here he is. Rico, congratulations.
Thank you very much, Steph.
Not a bad game. You personally started. You had a couple errors in the first half.
Yeah.
And you got your game together. You finished it off with the game-winning catch. A nice layout. You're back or what?
I think, yeah. I personally, I had a slow morning. And it was difficult to adapt to, I think, for the O-line to the length of the field. Is, I think, narrow and short. But we did improve. So I think that's what is important.
Yeah.
As an O-line.
First half, a little bit ordinary, I guess. You guys traded breaks.
Yep.
But then at 6-6, you guys went on a run, getting 7 breaks plus 2 holds over half. Talk about your D-line getting going in that part of the game and really taking the game away.
I think early in the game they gave us some easy mistakes, and I think we successfully score on it. And then I think we managed to block their few guys that throw deep hucks with some couple zones. And I think we got a turn on that. And we managed to score easy with a lot of give and go. And a good continuation.
Nice. You guys have one more game today. What do you got left today?
I think we have 2 games left.
2 games left
I think
today.
we have Belgium and Poland.
Belgium and Poland. So a little bit of time for a break, I hope.
One game and then.
One game and then a short warm up, which is probably pretty good for you. You're happy
yeah,
about
yeah,
that?
Yeah, I'm happy with short warm up. I'm masters now, so I'm allowed to do short warm up. Yeah.
Well, congratulations on the win,
Thank you.
Rico.
Thank you.
Job well done. You guys look good in the second half. Try and take that momentum forward, and we'll hope to see you guys on stream again later.
Yeah, thank you, Steph.
Thanks to Eric Becker-Chagnon.
Bye-bye.
Say hi to anybody back home if you want
to.
And we'll be back with more action. We'll let Eric get back with his team, go celebrate the victory there. We have more action coming up next as well. We actually have Germany, France again, but it is in the Grand Masters division. That's coming up on stream next. So make sure you stay tuned for that. For Charlotte Terrasson, who's right here.
Yeah.
Rico,
Thanks.
The congratulatory efforts for a great game. And for all of us at ULTI.TV, we got François Zubier screaming from the field. But thank you for being with us. Be straight back. We'll be back with you in no time. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Merci beaucoup.
Yeah, ultimate.
ULTI.TV.